Obviously, the turning point in the game was the early on in the second period. Just your thoughts from what you saw of that stretch of the first 10 minutes or so in the second.
Yeah, it was a complete reversal of the first period. I think they really were ready to come out hard and have a good push. And we were just kind of, hopefully, things would just continue sailing the way it had in the first period, caught us by surprise. And, after one of the TV timeouts, we were able to settle things down and get our game back to where it should have been. But, I think we had our start that we needed, but we took our foot off the pedal.
Center left.
Kris, your defense tonight at times, 2 goals specific, where you had possession of the puck, inability to get it out and led directly to goals. You need better puck movement from your back end at times in your own zone.
Yeah, whether it's better puck movement from our defensemen or better support from our forwards, it's usually just not one or the other, but, it's important to get those pucks out and keep them moving into our forwards' hands.
Front right, Josh.
Kris, just in those moments in the first 10 minutes, what does it feel like on the bench? You guys know they're going to come out strong, but they just had the puck for 10 straight minutes, basically. What's the feeling on the bench? How do you get that momentum back?
You just need one strong shift. You need one line to step up and put in a good shift, spend some time in the offensive zone, and just takes one line to do it. And after one line does it, then the next line, it's much easier for them to get some momentum. And fortunately, we were able to stop the damage and tie it up in the second period. And it came down to a 20-minute game, and unfortunately, we could have went either way in that third period, and unfortunately, we came on the wrong end of it.
We'll go back to the fourth row on the left.
Over here, Kris. You changed up your second and third pairing, defensive pairings midway through that game. Just want to get some thoughts on the logic that went into that.
Just we need, just like forwards change, or we change the forward line sometimes, and defense also. Just things hadn't been going well in the second period. We needed to change some kind of rhythm and flow, and I felt that maybe that was the best way to do it.
Back right, Daniel.
Kris, Stuart Skinner was, fairly critical. He said he can't be allowing 4 goals against a team like Dallas, especially with the way that they defend. I just wondered what you thought of your goaltenders' play, especially, in that second period.
I don't think he had much opportunity in the second period. They had the looks that they had. I don't think there was any bad goals, and he made some key saves when he needed them to. Probably the one that stands out to me is they had all that momentum. I'm not sure if it was right before or right after our third goal. Made that huge breakaway save. That probably a big turning point, and there's always goals that go in. Like it happens, but I like the saves that he made, and he gave us a chance to win it.
Any other questions? We'll go front right to Andrew.
Just looking for your thoughts on Robertson with the individual effort there to take the lead in the third.
Sorry, can you...
The individual effort by Robertson and his whole night, what he did against you guys.
Good hockey player. Dallas has a lot of good hockey players. We can't shut them all down. They're going to have their nights.
You guys have, Kris, you had the puck a lot in the third period, lots of shots. Your team hasn't scored a third period goal in the series, if I'm not mistaken. At some point, do you need somebody to make a play once in a while? Do you just need someone to get something done here that hasn't done it yet?
That something was almost Vinny, with about 7 minutes left with a one-timer off the goal post. That was almost our play. The effort's been there. We've had our opportunities to score goals in the third period, and we were talking about goal scoring after game 2, and we were able to find some goal scoring, and it's going to come.
We'll go front right, Josh.
Kris, just a word on Adam Henrique and what he brought to you after a long layoff.
You never know what a player's going to bring after a long stretch of not playing. And usually it's he's playing really good in playoffs, but just the tempo and the speed and how fast it is in the playoffs. usually it's very difficult for a player to find their game. But, I don't think he had any problems. He made a lot of nice plays, obviously, with the goal. I thought he was pretty good on the face-off, and it was nice having him, Henrik, back with us. And, hopefully it just continues to build on his game. But overall, for first game, it was good.
Second row left, Ryan.
Kris, when it's getting away from you in the second period there, like what are the things, you said you're looking for a shift. What are the things that each guy needs to hop the boards thinking to themselves, I got to make sure I go do this to try and get some of that back? What can they do?
Make a play. Mostly it's just getting the puck. It's a race for a puck or a battle for a puck, and just guys building up on those little plays over and over again. That's where 95% of the game is. It's not the system. It's usually just making a simple pass, winning a battle, winning a puck race. It's those little things. It's not that when things aren't going well, we need to change our system, or we can make some tweaks and stuff, but it's ultimately just out there and executing and making a play.